Hello, my name is Iman Vasillaris, and I'm talking about mine social media. To be more specific, I'm going to talk about the influence of a political event in the social media community. Please keep these three words before talking about my research. Please keep these three words in mind. Social media community. Look, people often complain. A lot of people complain about young girls and boys who use their smartphone to connect each other and speak each other, and they think they are unsocial. But are they unsocial because they use a smartphone, or just the way that we think the definition of socialism just evolved to something else? In a global village, social media, it's a square. We can share opinions and speak each other. So it's a way of socialism in the end of the day. But why it's important to mine this global square? Well, in the age of iron, the one who had swords and shields was a king. In the age of information, the one who can retrieve information from a place can achieve easier its goals. And also, as Newton said in his third law, every action has a reaction. So we can define clearly patterns on social media communities through daily events and more specific for political events. There is a research about USA's 2008 USA's president elections, where clearly we observed patterns between the debate and Twitter. So 1 hour before the debate, voters upload things very often. During the debate, they stop, and after the debate, they continue their posts. So there are clear patterns between an action and political evidence, and social media. How we can extract this knowledge? Well, a lot of research have been before on the field, and they create some tools. MIT create, for example, the tool Info. Other online tool is the Foxivita or Starter. These tools most of them focus on the volume. Another way to extract knowledge is to build our own algorithm, which is what we've done. How we can build our own algorithm? There are some steps which we should follow. First of all, to read the data from social media. The most easy way to do that is an API connector. API connector, it's not the best way, but it's easy and fast way to extract knowledge from data from social media. When we have that, when we have our data, we should give a polarity to the words. Which words are negative, which are positive, and which words are neutral. To do that, we should have a lexicon. This is tricky on sentiment analysis and web mining because the language which we use online, it's not perfectly grammatical, perfectly. We use slang language, icons, smiles, so the lexicon should be updated very often. After that, we have some filters which will extract stop words, small words, URLs, or if we want, in our case, for the elections in UK, we focus only on posts in English. When we have all this, we create a bag of words. It sounds complicated, but it's just a table with every single word which appears on the document. And when we have this bag of words, we count how many times a word it appears, the frequency of the word. But the frequency, it's not the only thing. We can have a word which appears 5 times, and then another word which appears 2 times, but the other one, maybe it's more important. So we should be considered of in-term document frequency. Finally, when we have all this, our purpose is to visualize our results. There's a lot of ways to visualize. as we saw in previous presentations. In our case, for general opinion, it's a tag cloud. I think it's a good idea. The advantages of this, well, there are two ways to count the public opinion. The traditional polls and with mining tools. Why would you prefer mining tools? It's faster, cheaper, and the participants post their opinion voluntarily. It's faster and cheaper. It's easy to understand why. In a traditional poll, we spend a lot of time with calls, and this costs time and money. But there are some, but there are some disadvantages too. People love to complain. As we said, social media is a square, and we want to speak when we are in square. It's easier to start a conversation with a complaint rather than to start conversation with a normal post. So we can find more complaints on online rather than normal posts. Another really big disadvantage is that social media are not represented. Only 16% of the global population have a Twitter account. But it's not only this. Research found that the right-wing voters are less expressional than the left-wing, so they are underrepresented on social media. Finally, and another big disadvantage, sarcasm. People love to be sarcastic, and slang language, as already mentioned. There are some methods to detect humor, like a joke trying to be retweeted more times than a normal post. But it's not perfect. It's a good method, but it's not perfect. To conclude, social media is a part of our evolution as our communication evolution. It's how we connect with each other in our days. Since today, it's not representative, but this trend looks to change. More people in the future have social media accounts and more, and a big disadvantage. Finally, humor and the slang language is going to be always a challenge. Thank you very much. If you have any question. Please.
Do you think that Twitter is more effective because of the shortened messages rather than Facebook?
It's not for example, it's like easier. It's easier. The structure of Twitter data, the short structure, it's really good for research. It's not better, but easier. We can extract more information from Facebook, for example.
It's more like close-ended.
Well, the reason I ask is because in Facebook you see long posts, and you probably don't want to read them because they're long.
Yeah,
while Twitter is short, concise sentences.
That's true. That's true. It's better for research, but I don't know about the quality of the.
Okay.
In the case of Twitter, has there been research into the use of emoticons into identifying humour and coming from sarcasm?
For sarcasm, yeah, as I said, there is research that figure out that if a post is a lot of times repeated, that tends to be a joke. That's a research, but it's not 100% sure. It's a good measure, but I don't know always.
Could emoticons be used to express that, or if you can take that information?
Well, the motion icons we can include in a lexicon and use an indicator of positive or negative tweet. So it's not. It's really tricky. The sarcasm is really. It's what makes us humans. And when we use a machine, it's really tricky to find the difference from sarcasm and just. It's okay.